Hi and welcome to this clip going through some of the questions on the Organic Progress Test 1 2020. So before we go any further, really important note on this. If you're watching this clip, it's really important that you've actually taken your own script, gone away, learnt the stuff, learnt your flashcards, practiced the style of exam questions that we provided on the VLE, and actually tried to improve. If you simply skip all that and go straight to watching a walkthrough clip, that's just going to hand you the answers and you're not going to learn anything. So really this clip should be used after you've done some self-reflection, and then you can maybe pick up the odd nugget here and there that possibly was too hard to work out or you couldn't remember. Okay, so I'm assuming you've done that before we go any further. So to fully understand this question, you need to be able to visualize the structure of the compound that's presented. So the CONH part of the structural formula indicates an amide. Now obviously there are bonds that need to be filled here because you can see that nitrogen has 3 bonds and carbon, as always, will have 4. So this is where you put in the CH3CH2 and also the CH3 on the nitrogen. So now we can see what the structure is. This is called a secondary amide. And that's because there's an alkyl group attached directly to the nitrogen, in this case a methyl group. And sometimes we call these N-substituted amides because one of the nitrogens attached to the nitrogen has been substituted by another group. So you need to be able to recall that when we make derivatives of carboxylic acids, we can use acyl chlorides as starting compounds from which we can substitute the chlorine with something else. Now this is usually a nucleophilic reaction, so therefore the nucleophile in this case must be the amine CH3NH2, which now leads us to answer A. So now we can go on to another part of the paper. I'm going to skip a couple of questions and go on to a couple that people found particularly challenging. So this is the part I'm going to skip. Most people handled it quite well. And as I said at the beginning of this clip, this is not intended to be a clip where we simply hand the answers over to you. So I'm not going to go through this. If you struggle with this part of the paper, all you need to do is go back and work on your recall of phenols. I'm going to go on to the next couple of parts of the paper where it becomes more applied. And these are the parts that tripped a lot of people up. So it says that a student plans a 2-step synthesis starting with phenylamine. And it's got the steps